Today is a big day because this is the second annual Brewzle Craft Whiskey Festival. We did it pretty good last year. We were learning a lot. It was like crazy. We didn't know if we could pull it off. We did. So this year, in true fashion, true Brewzle fashion, we decided to make it more complicated. We got 2.5 times more distilleries here. We got a big old VIP crowd behind us. The VIP section is off the frickin' chain. Proper stage, proper fencing. Like, this is a proper craft whiskey festival. Ladies and gentlemen, are y'all ready? Yeah! Red Clay's got barrel-aged beer. Like, there's things everywhere in here and in the businesses on this street. So be sure, let's hit them all. Don't overdo it. Have a good time. There's shuttles, there's Ubers. Your cars will be fine here till tomorrow if they need to be. So get in here and let's get it started. All right, mistake number one, I didn't wear sunscreen, so I feel like a pickle. I probably look like a pickle. I'm definitely pickled. But we are having a good time. We've been hanging out with folks all day, but it's time for me to run around, try to talk to some of these distillers, and try to explain to y'all a little bit about what we're trying to do here. Craft whiskey is at a big disadvantage. Three-tier system, the three-tier distribution system works if you have scale. If you're small, it holds you back and it keeps you from reaching that scale. And we want to do everything we can to help these small brands. And that's what it's about here at the festival. If you look around, there are no big producers of whiskey here, and we do that intentionally. We don't want you to be able to come here and spend a bunch of money and outshine anybody, right? We want this to be fair and equitable. We want people to be able to come here and try whiskey that's regionally distributed and stuff that they might not be able to get wherever they're from. We got people from 40 states here at the festival right now. So you come here, you try it, you learn, and now you know what to go online and buy. But let's go talk to some of these distillers, learn from the other side exactly what kind of problems they're facing, what a festival like this means to them, and what we can do to continue to support their brands.
I'm a little nervous.
Right, what are you nervous for?
Because I've seen you on TV, and I've never met you, and so it's really intimidating.
You know anybody can just upload videos on the internet, right?
I know, but I'm a Navy nurse, and so nobody ever has a phone, and I don't have to worry about it.
So what's your role at Larrikin?
So I am the co-owner.
Okay.
I don't know if you've heard the whole story, TJ, but I actually joined the Navy late in life. Joined the Navy at 42, got commissioned, went off to officer school for 6 weeks, and left my husband unsupervised. I came home, and he greeted me at the door. This is no lie. He greeted me at the door with a T-shirt that said, at the time, Lawrenceburg Bourbon Company.
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, honey, that's great. Who did that?" And he said, "Chicken. We did." And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "We're never going to have enough money. We're never going to know everything we need to know. We just got to go for it." So this is literally our American dream. It's not cheesy. It's like, you get the opportunity to take a risk, you should go for it. But just make sure it tastes good.
Awesome. Let's try it. What have we got here?
Yeah, so what I got for you, and I just grabbed it. I'm nervous. I hope you like it. This is an American light whiskey.
Okay.
We brought it here to Brewzle because we haven't even released it yet. If you look closely, this is what happens when he's unsupervised. The label's not quite right. We're fixing this. But this is our American light whiskey. It's a hazmat.
Okay.
So it's 143.6. This is a 7-year-old, actually 85% corn, 15% malted barley.
Let's give it a shot. Y'all do a lot of festivals?
You know, not tons, but we do the ones where they're going to be good bourbon drinkers that aren't there just to throw at that. People that care, and it really means a lot to a small business to be at a place like this, and it really does. Like, it's a lot to be in front of people and have the opportunity to explain what Larrikin means, you know? People see a big kangaroo on the bottle, and they're just going, "I don't understand. Who are you guys?" And we're able to say, look, you know, Greg's a veteran of the Australian Navy and the U.S. Navy. Larrikin is a maverick, somebody who doesn't follow the rules. It's exactly what we stand for. So
makes a lot of sense.
In a place like this.
How's this festival going so far?
Oh, it's amazing. We get great people here, and they take the time to ask the questions. We get to pour the bourbon for them, and they tell them the story. I mean, that's what it's all about. Bourbon brings everybody together, all walks of life, all different We've met people from Washington State to Florida here, and it's a joy for us. It really helps a small business, so thanks for taking the time to put it on.
Awesome, and this is fantastic. It is hot though.
It's hotter than Alabama weather.
It drinks every bit of it.
Moving forward, it's really for us that balance between growth, production, and then also expansion. We don't want to push too far into states where we can't support the market.
Right.
Because a lot of people make good bourbon, but we think that our bourbon, it comes along with our stories. So we have to be there to pour it. That's what it's all about. You know that, and that's also the best part.
Well, I appreciate you coming out.
Thanks so much for the invitation, TJ.
Hi, my name is Chelsea Salisbury. I am with Still Austin Whiskey, and we are so happy to be here in Alabama. It's been fantastic. I've been nonstop busy, and that's because people are genuinely curious, really excited to be here, really excited to try our products. It is really great to be here, and I hope we get invited again next year.
Hi guys, my name's Emily Dobbins with Holladay Distillery out of Weston in Missouri. The festival's been great for us. We love seeing new faces, old faces. I saw a lot of people from last year that remembered us and was like, what new do you have? It's been a great time.
We're doing this in Opelika, John Emerald Distilling right here on South Railroad. Jimmy over here, he knows how to make a single malt. Obviously, I build you as the single malt guy.
All right.
How did you get into single malts?
When I started my distillery, or when I was in planning, I got myself an internship in Scotland at Springbank in Campbellton, Scotland. I went over there for like a week-long immersion experience, and I just kind of weaseled my way into a longer stay. So it was an unofficial internship, and that's where I did most of my hands-on training. So single malts where I cut my teeth. And I started off with an interest in single malts as well because my introduction to whiskeys was through studying my family history, which is Scottish, and you can't learn about Scotland without learning about Scotch. So here we are, making Alabama's first single malt and first whiskey for that matter.
And you've been doing. I mean, you were the first craft distillery of the state. Is that right?
We were the second distillery. The first distillery was a moonshine distillery, and they no longer exist. But we were the first distiller of whiskey and the first distiller of rum in the state. Again, since Prohibition, and first legal. That's an important caveat too, I guess.
So you had to break down all the barriers. Like we have it easy now compared to what you had it 10 years ago.
There certainly were some barriers. I mean, the guy in front of me, they did some heavy bit of. We were only about three or 4 months behind them either as well. But here in Opelika, there was no license for it, and we had to, go through all the city council baloney and all that and get a license for them.
If somebody was starting a new distillery right now, say like 5 blocks from here, what's the advice you would give them?
Source whiskey and blend in the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, we drank the Kool-Aid from a lot of the craft associations about, if you blend it, you're a faker, it's no. And I do think people should be honest if they're blending it.
Sure.
If I had known what I know now, I would have blended products, had something I could have gone to market with a little quicker, put out something really fun or cool and whatever, and then been working on my own stuff in the background the whole time.
How's the festival going for you?
This is great. I haven't stopped talking the whole day. It's great. Everybody's very engaged and excited to taste things. Last year to this year, a lot has been done to make it better.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know off the top of my head I have a complaint for you or a suggestion at the moment, but I think it's fantastic. We have so many different distilleries here. I think people are enjoying that, and obviously just the attendance is way bigger.
Awesome, man. Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I'm Tim Landers, Old Dominick Distillery. I'm the Director of Operations. I'm having a blast. The second time we've been here. We love the Brewzle family, the Brewzle lights. Somehow have become a celebrity of sorts among these people. More people know my name than I know my name. We're having a blast. We had barbecue earlier. I got more barbecue on the smoker right here. Yeah, we got bologna in there. Yeah, we're having a blast, man. This is good.
Hey, Ben Hobbs, Leiper Fort Distillery. We've been doing it great. A lot of busyness, a lot of traffic, a lot of people drinking good whiskey around here, a lot of great questions, and I'm enjoying the festival very much, so glad to be here.
We bought this tent like 8 months ago, and this is the first time we've opened the box. Fantastic, best looking tent here, but we do have our Oak Bowery cask strength bottles here. Josh Gamble did the graphics, no relation, Memphis Bourbon Society. Josh Gamble did a fantastic job on these labels. Southern Distilling in Statesville, North Carolina. all their distillate. We blended it. I think it's 5 different mash bills, 116.9 proof. Turned out great. Absolutely love this. We went for a little more mainstream Kentucky style bourbon, which is the reason we went to Statesville Contract Distilling, Southern Distilling. We'll just call them Southern Distilling moving forward. We've got a lot of lessons to learn. And what we want to do on the channel is we're trying to show how hard it is for a lot of these craft distilleries. And so we're going through this process. We're building our distillery, we're building a whiskey brand, and we're doing that and sharing that with everybody so we can show how difficult this is. You can see the trials and tribulations. You'll see the problems that we run into. Last year we had the Oak Bowery 1 release we did. We sold it for $100 and I lost money on it. Right? We learned a lot of lessons. This one better. This bottle's cheaper. We did a much better job. We've got some learning from this batch 1. The batch 2 we do of this, we'll get it even lower, try to get it down to that $60 price point. It turned out absolutely perfect, exactly what we were trying to accomplish. Excited that folks here could try the actual release for the first time. Now it's time to get into distribution, and that is where the lessons really begin. That's where it gets really, really difficult, hard to figure out, a lot of different state laws to deal with, a lot of just overall red tape that we've got to figure out. I wouldn't say it's step 1, this may be step 4 or 5, but we're at least on the path making progress.
Hey, this is Whit Hageman, distiller at ASW Distillery. Super happy to be here at Brewzle Fest. It's been a fantastic event. Many fantastic producers and distillers out here. For everyone that's been able to come to our booth, I really appreciate all the love. People have really enjoyed our wheated bourbon, our toasted bourbon, and our Fiddler Soloist pot distilled made in-house. Really happy to be here. Can't wait to do it next year.
First off, Justin Sharpie, Driftless Distillery from Baraboo, Wisconsin. Could not be happier to be here with all these amazing people right here. So, having a blast here. Thank you so much for the hospitality. Of course, big thanks to TJ and his team. Everybody's been amazing in Alabama. Can't wait to come back next year. My apologies. Next year I will bring cheese curds.
We're heading over here to Broad Branch. Honestly, one of the distilleries that we have recently discovered that I am most excited about. This is exactly why we travel around the country and we buy random bottles of whiskey and we try to find interesting things, because every once in a while, when you think you've tried everything, you come across something like Broad Branch. Hey, how are y'all? Probably my favorite distillery right now. It still amazes me that we're still coming across whiskey this good that nobody's heard of, or at least nobody in my circle has heard of. If you would, just kind of share a little bit about how the distillery started. Tell us about your whiskey.
Our dad started the distillery 11 years ago with a longtime family friend. They just wanted to build something together. They decided that they would make whiskey. Not a whole lot of thought on exactly what was going to happen once they got all the equipment in there, but they did it. And my dad never did anything the easy way. He believed in just the best ingredients, 53-gallon barrels, and a whole lot of time and patience, which is why we have all this really old stock of whiskey. We are just so proud that we get to continue to own what he got started for us.
A lot of your stuff's hazmat,
yes.
Which is that's unusual. How do you get almost every barrel to be hazmat?
We just, for some reason, we gained proof points. This week we dumped 2 barrels. One was 168 proof and one was 170 proof. The 168 is delicious. The 170 proof, as my sister described it, was mad. It's
a little angry. It doesn't want to be that hot. But the other one, I wish we could sell it at full proof in North Carolina. We have to sell it at 150 or below.
Your bourbon's good.
Yes.
Your rye is very, very special.
Yeah, we feel the same way.
What are you doing with the rye? Like, what's the mash bill? Where are you getting the grains? Like, tell us what comprises of your rye.
The rye comes from Eastern Washington State. We literally couldn't pick a further away place to truck it in from. It is 100% rye. It just doesn't grow the same in North Carolina. We've tried it, doesn't get cold enough. So we're real proud of it. And
it's an heirloom variety of a prairie rye that is way up on the Canadian border. And it just grows different. It makes for a totally different product.
Our barrel pig, it's going to blow some people away. I cannot wait for the Brewzle Club to get access to those bottles, because I think it's going to be really, really special, and people are going to be talking about that pick for a long time. So what's the biggest challenges y'all are facing over the next year as a small distillery?
Getting your name out there. That is, when you're small, We've got 4 full-time employees. 2 of them are us, 2 of them are our distillers. There's just not enough hours. There's not enough hours to be on the ground talking to people, introducing yourself. So we rely on the kindness of strangers.
No longer a stranger.
No longer a stranger, but the kindness of friends.
How's the festival been going?
This is amazing. I really didn't know what to expect, and all the guests are really into whiskey. Either they're beginning or they're way deep into it, and I think they just trust what you've told them and know that this is a place that they're going to find new stuff. There's no big brands here, so it's truly all craft. It's been fantastic.
And people are wanting to learn.
Well, I appreciate y'all coming.
All right,
Appreciate
absolutely.
you.
Thank you, sir.
Clinton Dugan, Shortbarrel, Master Blender, co-founder. Festival's been great. I just learned so much being on stage with Seth and Colby up there too. Great to connect with all the customers. So much cool conversation. So many ways to actually educate our customers and really kind of connect with the community. That's what I loved about TJ and everything he does online. He's built a community that's came into our community and kind of cross community everything. And you heard me say a lot of community. It's been great to see people's names, connect with Instagram people, connect with YouTube people, connect with names that I only do see in my DMs. It's been an incredible kind of community fest. I love it.
John Whitehill. I'm with Pursuit Spirits. I think the festival's going awesome. Getting a lot of great feedback on our Double Oak Rye and our Double Oak Bourbon. I feel we're finally really getting a good reputation for all our double oaking. It's been really great. We're also getting a lot of great reviews from our barrel proof rye as well.
The more I get into corn, the more we got to learn about red corns, and this right here is the king of red corn. What's up, man? How are you? We want to talk a little bit about red corn.
Yes, sir. You're in the right place.
Okay, tell me about it. Why would you make whiskey out of red corn?
Well, the 2 things that we love about our red corn, the Jimmy Red specifically, cinnamic acid. It's what makes the corn red, and it's what makes cinnamon taste like cinnamon. It gives it this baking spice. So it's what other people use a mash bill to create the balance in their flavor profile. We are able to achieve with just that one corn. Also, very high oil content. That's how you get the viscosity. So the other thing is we don't have these glutinous barley, rye, and wheat in there to give you that nice thick mouthfeel. So how you get that out of the corn, you got a lot more corn oil in red corn versus yellow corn, and that's what makes it stick to your gums and your tongue, and it lets that finish really develop.
Dude, that's a good reason to like red corn right there. So what are the biggest challenges you're facing right now as a small whiskey producer?
It's all about getting our name out there and then being able to keep up with production and sales and kind of building the infrastructure that a larger company has. We still only have about 9 employees. 2025 has been the year of YouTube for us, right, and influencers, you know. So when we had, you know, channels like y'all starting to see it in store, I mean, I remember your early videos, it was like you saw it in a store and you're like, I wonder what that is, you know, I'll pick it up. And then you make a mention in another video, and you know, pretty soon that reach, I just had no idea about bourbon YouTube, honestly, before I was sitting at a tasting and somebody comes up to me and they're like, yeah, I saw this on Brewzle, been wanting to try it. And I'm like, what's Brewzle? You know? And that's when I started realizing that, you know, organically people had started to pick up on our product, on our story. You know, we never sent samples to anybody to get anybody to mention it. We're just quietly doing what we do. And if people like what we're doing, then we're happy to, you know, share it with everybody.
Logan Strickland with Rocktown Distillery out of Little Rock, Arkansas. Man, we've had a blast. It's we're introducing people to, you know, some Rocktown. A lot of people haven't heard about us, but I think the feedback's been really good. Just trying to figure out, you know, how to get our products. So check us out online, Instagram, rocktowndistillery.com, and we'd love to come back.
Hello, my name is Matt Carter. I'm with the Old Glory Distilling. We're based out of Clarksville, Tennessee, about 40 minutes north of Nashville. The festival has been fantastic. It's been cool to bring, you know, a lot of people that's never tried our spirits to one spot and see the feedback on that. It's been very great for us.
So a lot of these folks here are distillers. We want to talk to somebody that went the other route, right? They started an NDP doing blending. Fantastic blender out of Mississippi. Jonathan Maisano here with K.LUKE. Tell me a little bit about K.LUKE.
So I'm Jonathan Maisano. I'm the owner and master blender of K.LUKE Whiskey Company. We're a small non-distilling producer, live in South Mississippi. The brand's been out in the market. We founded it in 21. First product came out in 22, but I spent my whole life studying wine and whiskey. We sourced from 8 different distilleries from Kentucky and Indiana. I blend everything to taste in small batches, and then my wife and I go through a series of blind tastings. It takes us about 3 or 4 months to come up with each final blend. Not only do we run blinds in the batches that I create, but we run blind against the best bourbons on the market, and I continue to adjust them by taste one barrel at a time.
So what are you going for with a blend? Like, is there a flavor profile you're trying to hit? Like, what are you doing?
So for me, it's all about the whiskey experience. I call it a multi-layered whiskey experience. I love Four Roses Small Batch Limited Edition. What I always loved about that was the depth of flavor, right? You get beautiful red fruit, you get some citrus, you get spice, richness. That's what I want in my bourbon. I want to go across your palate, beautiful aromatics, that wave of flavor back and forth across your palate. A lot of layers to it.
So what are the biggest challenges you're trying to solve in your business over the next year?
So for us, we're very small. It's just my wife and I. Everybody wants us to expand, especially here at the festival. I've heard a lot for Georgia, Florida. We're just a small operation. We've taken no outside money, no outside influence, because I want to control everything we do as far as where we're buying from, ages, quality of the whiskey. So we'd love to be in more markets, but for me, I can't sacrifice quality. So it's really just a time thing for us, and slowly adding on more distribution. That's our biggest hurdle.
How's the festival going so far?
It's amazing. We've had incredible turnout. I have not seen the end of my line yet today. Excited to be here. Appreciate all you do talking about K.LUKE and the brand, and it's been amazing. Well put together. Everyone's been respectful, excited to hear about what we're doing. Not just taste the whiskey, but hear about the brand. So
right now, the longest line here is at K.LUKE. Like, this is all the way down at the end of the festival. And dude, you're obviously doing something right, because everybody's lined up here to try it.
It's been exciting to meet everybody and see all the love for what we're doing. So
I appreciate it, man. I'll let you get back to it. Get some whiskey in these people's bellies.
My name's Austin. I'm the president of Sweet Home Spirits. I'm here showing off my products. Brewzle invited me last year, came by, loved it then. This year's even better, more distillers, more people from all across the country celebrating whiskeys, celebrating bourbons. Really enjoying the conversations, showing off a lot of my products, my special releases, my Alabama grains, my little cordials even. So love it here. I hope to keep coming back and having a good time.
I'm Thomas Earl McKenzie. I'm the distiller at Clyde Mays Connecticut Ridge Distillery down in Troy. I've been thoroughly impressed with this festival. I'd heard of it, never been to it, but I have been well pleased with it. Everybody's been real nice and welcoming. Sure have. I hope it gets bigger.
And let's go talk to Colby Frey.
Hey, let's go back.
The man, the myth, the legend right here. The fastest growing, to my knowledge, craft distillery in the country. How does that feel?
No, I try to not think about that stuff. You just got to think about it one time, a day at a time. When I think about that kind of stuff, I just want to be on a tractor and not even, But it's an honor. It really is. It's humbling, because I never thought it'd be like this, 10 years ago, 15 years ago when we started distilling,
What's great about Frey Ranch, and it's great about my favorite craft distilleries, is y'all make what you want. When you started distilling, what was the vision?
We always wanted to showcase the grains that we're growing on the farm. And so that's why we have each grain by itself. Wheat, rye, barley, corn. We even have oats. We have different mash bills, 5 grains. And I really want to show people that the grains matter. People don't talk about grains like they should in the whiskey world. In the wine world, everybody talks about the grapes and where they came from and the nuances. But in the whiskey world, they don't. I want people to start talking about the grain, because without grain, you don't have whiskey. Now, there's 100 other things too, like barrels and water, and all the other things they talk about. But grain should be right up there in the top.
So if you had advice for somebody who's trying to start their own distillery right now, what would it be?
Start with a large fortune and end up with a small one, I think. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
I'm Clifford Adams. I'm sales director for Dread River Distilling out of Birmingham. The festival's been awesome. To be able to get in front of this many people who are a rapt audience, this is exactly what they're looking for and what they're trying to find. It's been a huge opportunity for us. And we just enjoyed being here, and I'd say we can't wait to come back and do it again next year.
Hey, my name's Jim McCarty. I'm with Irons One Distillery in Huntsville, Alabama. We're one of the smaller distilleries, but we make every product with love. We've had a great time at the Brewzle Festival. The turnout's been fantastic. No rain, so the weather was beautiful. Everybody's been having a good time. We've had a good time. We've had a great opportunity to share our spirits that we make with such love and care with hundreds and hundreds of people. Next year, come out and see us at Brewzle Brewzle's Whiskey Festival 2026.
You know I like to get nerdy about whiskey. Like, some of my favorite things are meeting with distillers, going deep, asking very deep technical questions, and we are about to go talk to Royce Neely. This dude's doing a 3-chamber pot still. There's only 2 of them currently functioning in the United States. It's how rye whiskey used to be made 100 years ago. There's a few companies bringing it back, and Royce has got one being made. We're going to try to talk him into letting us come run it. Let's go see what he says.
Say, old buddy.
How's the festival going?
Good, man. It's going great. Absolutely great. Everybody seems to be in a good mood. Everybody's drinking a lot, so trying a lot of different things. Yeah, going really good.
Let's talk about 3-chamber pot stills.
Oh, the 3-chamber. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Tell them about it.
Well, for me, TJ, if you love the pot still like I do, you have to love the 3-chamber. The way it operates is it's like 3 pot stills stacked on top of each other that operate in sync. So there's no other way to get a whiskey like a 3-chamber unless you run the 3-chamber. It's as oily as it can get, it's as heavy as it can get, and it is 8 times less efficient than my pot still would be.
So why do it?
Because I think that you can make a bourbon off of it like you cannot get anywhere else.
Tell a little bit about the family history.
Yeah, so, I grew up around it. I started distilling on my own when I was 18, built my first still when I was 18. I was in college, started bootlegging on the side, and it just kind of took off from there, but I still have family members today that distill illegally in the mountains. All right, we don't have to get into all that, but they do still distill illegally.
No specific.
Yeah, no specific, but they make the same type of moonshine that we're making at our legal distillery. And they're proud as hell, by the way, that we were able to take the family name and put it on the bourbon trail. It's a pride thing when you grow up in Kentucky. Coming to the distillery, the whole front of it is a museum that's dedicated to the family history. So we got old stills in there. I've got my great-grandfather's still. It's over 120-year-old. Never made a legal drop of whiskey in his life. I got guns. It was used by my family to kill people in feuds. I got one rifle that killed my great-great-grandfather. And we got those articles from like 1897 that called my forefather, Jesse Neely, moonshiner in him. So he was shooting federal marshals in Rockcastle County. So I guess you call that a pedigree, whatever you want to call it. It's history. It's what I grew up around.
You're AKC registered.
Yeah, AKC.
You're purebred. Now, you also do something I haven't seen anybody else do, and you go and harvest wild yeast.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why?
So, in order for me to make my moonshine taste the way that my great-grandfathers tasted, I had to go get his microflora that he was using, right, from the mountains. Because I'm located 2 hours away up in Bourbon country. I get limestone water where they were using slate water down there. When my great-grandfather and when my family today still makes their moonshine, they don't add yeast into it. They only distill in the spring and the fall. They do not distill in the summertime. They can't distill in the winter because it's too cold. So they'll roll their barrel out, fill it full of their mash, add their sugar inside of it, and then they let it set. And the wild yeast from the mountains moves into it and works it. So I'll go down to the mountains in the early spring or the late fall. I'll take an unfermented mash, hang it up next to some blackberry bushes at the old family still site. The yeast spores moves inside of it. It's working like crazy after 3 days. Becca didn't believe me, did you? Yeah, I said, we're gonna go catch some yeast. She didn't believe that it was good. So we went back 3 days later, it's bubbling away. And so we bring it back up to the distillery, I isolate it out on a petri dish, look at it under a microscope, pull the yeast cells out, and then we add them into a test tube, put mash on it. Let that set overnight, it starts working, add it to a mason jar, add mash to it, then scale that up and scale it up until we get enough to work a 600-gallon mash. A gallon of that comes out, goes in our refrigerator where we keep it cool below 50 degrees, and that's our starter throughout the year in case we have a problem, and we just work off of it year-round that way. But it gives me that same flavor as my great-grandfather's. If you taste my White Dog, you taste my bourbons, we get apricot today off of a lot of our bourbons. Tastes like green apple coming off the still. Nobody else can have that, at least that yeast flavor, because it's unique to us. And that's what I wanted to do first and foremost, is make the family proud and do what my family have been doing.
I appreciate you being here.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for having us.
That's a wrap from the 2nd annual Brewzle Craft Whiskey Festival. We're going to bring it back. It's a lot of work. There are a lot of people, I can't thank them all here on camera, that put a ton of effort into this. We had a huge crew of volunteers. We got the whole crew here at Brewzle. I get all the credit because I'm on camera right now, but there are so many people that make this channel work, and I appreciate all their effort. We could not do it without y'all. This would not be near the scale that it is without that. Last year was successful. We were very happy with the festival, got great feedback. This year, even more so. No incidents that I'm aware of, no significant incidents. Everybody's been respectful. Everybody's taking care of themselves. We've had shuttles and Ubers. We want everybody to have fun and be safe, and that seems to have happened to my knowledge thus far here at this festival. Great feedback from all of the distillers that are here. Again, it means a lot. Appreciate y'all watching all the way to the end. We'll see you in the next one, and hopefully we'll see you here next year.